We're in such a deep financial hole now that it is going to become increasingly difficult for us as a country to get out of this economic mess that we're in. You know, so many young people in this country. I'm in my 30s, but I see it everywhere in my age group and people that are younger than me, that they're pretty much giving up with, you know, this economic system that we're in. It's not fair to young people. I mean, take home ownership for example. You know, there's so many people that cannot find affordable housing in this country. Where are you going to find an affordable place to live? It's a crisis. People that are buying houses now are people that are retiring, that are downsizing. People that are buying homes, new construction homes. See, I'm in Southwest Florida, and when I see all these new communities pop up that are tearing down our forests and our wildlife here in Florida, which is another sad story in itself, but that will be a topic for another video. But people that are buying these houses are older people that have, you know, good pensions, good solid retirement. You know, they've won the game. But you look at younger generations like myself, it's a different story. You know, so many people in this age group, whether if you're Gen Y, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, which is emerging pretty soon, they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're drowning in debt. They're stuck in dead-end jobs where they can't really advance in their career. And you have to wonder, what is the solution? What's the way out? Well, I can only speak for myself, but I think there's some good words of wisdom that I can try to leave you. And that is to live on less than you make. Don't finance any dumb pieces of equipment. By equipment, I mean getting into trouble with a new car loan. If you could buy a car in cash, do it. Because you don't want to be stuck with a monthly payment. Paying a car that is going to be a depreciating asset, where you're going to be forking money left and right for repairs, depending on how old that car is. It's just not worth it. That takes away from your opportunity to save for an emergency fund. Because it's tough out there, guys. It's really tough. Yeah. This is just a rant, honestly, on this silent recession that we're in. I really think that this country is in a silent recession. And there's just so many people that are just, you know, just desperate, you know, to just get by. This plaza that I work in, it's full of cars. I know there's like a gym right around here where I work. So there's a lot of people going in, you know, to work out. But one troubling trend that I've noticed, like in this plaza, and I've seen it in other plazas, you know, throughout Southwest Florida, at least in Southwest Florida that I can speak of, is that there are so many people living out of their cars, young and old. Like, what's going on with that? when you see so many people living in parking lots, that should be a warning sign that our society is not healthy, economically speaking. It's troubling. Times are tough. Times are very tough. And it honestly, it shouldn't be that way in this country, but it is. You know, I've grew up all my life in South Florida, and I've never seen it this bad, where everything is so expensive, from groceries to gas to utilities, even electric bills, power bills, water bills, simple utility bills that have normally a fixed, monthly amount that you pay out of. Even those bills are getting out of control. The cost of living is just, through the roof. And honestly, I don't know how people get by these days, especially if they're financing a mortgage, or they have a car payment, or they're hunkered down with credit card debt. It's insane to get by. Luckily I'm in a situation where, my mindset is to save. Do not invest in, ridiculous loans, not to finance any car payments. I don't do any of that, because I don't want to be in a situation where, if I lose my job today, I want to be comfortable. I want to be at least prepared to handle an emergency for at least 6 months. And you can do that by not financing dumb stuff. And I think it's important these days. This silent recession that we're in is no joke. I see it everywhere. People are living paycheck to paycheck, and it's just sad. It's really sad. And young people are in for a world of hurt. If things don't change. It's just some observations that I've been seeing lately. But wherever you are in the world, I hope it's going well for you. Thank you for listening to my rant. I try to put out videos once a week. At least I'm trying to. You don't see me walking today, but I needed to put out a video today because I just had to do it. I haven't posted a video in 2 weeks, so just got to get back to it. But I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. But that's my rant for today. Thanks for watching.